What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is featuring two players on the WCS Pro circuit, spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. We have a player who goes by the name none other than ShoWTimE. And his opponent spawning in the cross position, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's very well known in the StarCraft 2 Pro scene. His name is none other than True. So guys and girls, I'm really excited about this game and this series in particular here on the WCS Pro circuit. It should be a pretty intense matchup. I'm excited about it, to say the least. Both these players are very, like I said, well known with their respective races. Should be an interesting game, to say the least. I would have to say, guys, between these two players, obviously ShoWTimE is definitely more well known than his opponent True here. But I gotta say, nonetheless, True is still a very good Zerg player, to say the least, and he is going to go ahead and go for that hatch gas. Well, it looks like he's going to go for the hatch gas pool opener. Looks like he gets his pool before his gas, though. So interesting play here by True so far. He's got a drone that came across the map. Looks like that drone was going to try to possibly plant a hatchery in the natural expansion. Nonetheless, though, didn't get a whole lot of value out of that, but he does get some good scouting information with that drone. Now it looks like ShoWTimE on the opposite side of the map is going to go, of course, for what looks to be, of course, the gateway into that cybernetics core, and then, of course, the natural nexus. So we'll kind of have to keep an eye on both of these players as to what they decide to do, or their techs of choice moving forward. I do, with True at least, he's got a very interesting style. He's a different kind of player than what you would normally see out of a, I guess, out of a Zerg player. He kind of goes for some different types of builds. He sometimes gets really aggressive, but he's definitely a player that you're going to want to keep your eyes open on in the upcoming year of StarCraft 2. I think he's gonna do a pretty damn good job. Moving forward, as he's still hasn't played StarCraft 2 for as long as someone like ShoWTimE, but he's still a good player, to say the least. Now it does look as if we're going to get that warp gate research going for ShoWTimE, and he's also going to get the Oracle out of that Stargate, and that's going to be going across the map here. Now I'm wondering if True did scout this. I don't believe he did as of yet, since that Stargate is in the back corner here. He's going to go for that Oracle, and then he's going to follow this up with of course, a Phoenix. Third hatchery is going to be coming down now for our Zerg player, and as this game goes, it does look like he is going to start trying to get those +1/+1 upgrades relatively soon. Is True. I like the decision making here by True, at least trying to. Looks like he's going to try to at least get those upgrades a little bit early. I'm wondering if this is going to force a timing push, though, by ShoWTimE. He is going to go ahead and get another gateway up, as well as that robotics facility. And it does look like this Phoenix is going to be able to scout essentially everything that's going on, as well as the Oracle. Looks like the two of them are going to move over towards this main base location. And some Zerglings are going to start moving across the map. And I like this. I like this decision here, just by True, just to see if he can get any types of scouting information on his opponent. Doesn't look like that is going to be the case as of yet. Gonna find an Overlord just kind of roaming across the middle of the map. is ShoWTimE, and now we're going to see the lair being morphed in out of True. I gotta say though, both players giving each other a lot of respect, at least at this point in the game. I do like that a lot. We are going to see True's going to continue to drone up at this point, and I would like to go ahead and take a second just to kind of go ahead and see what each of our, as far as our players are concerned here, guys. You know, they pretty much are, like I said, giving each other a lot of respect at this point in the game. We have an observer coming out of that robotics facility. But generally speaking, we're seeing a good amount of respect. It does look like ShoWTimE is going to decide, though, to start moving across the map. He's going to lift up that queen. Nice play there. It looks like a couple of these Archons are going to start moving into that third base location. I like that decision a lot because it looks like you could get a decent amount of some damage dealt here. And it looks like there's going to be a massive warp in at that third base location. Beautiful play here so far by ShoWTimE. He's going to go right after one of those queens, target firing him down. Does get one, and it looks like he's going to start continuously with the pickup micro. ShoWTimE is showing us why he is an absolute beast when it comes to the pickup micro with those Archons. He's going to continue with the aggression, going after more and more of those drones. Beautiful play. He is going to go ahead and fly away before any kind of critical damage is dealt to that warp prism. That said, though, beautiful play, and we have another massive warp in here near that third base location. Got some Zerglings that are going to start roaming around looking to see if they can find any types of aggression that's going on, and it does look like they are going to find a few of these units across the map, but it does look like now with 3 Archons as well as some Zealots, it's going to be very dangerous here. I'm really concerned as far as this is concerned as to if our Zerg player can really hold on and how much longer he is going to be able to hold on for. And it does look like he is going to have to, as far as ShoWTimE is concerned, is going to have to back off at this point. Now, with True moving into, of course, the Hydralisk production. But I gotta say, beautiful play here so far by ShoWTimE. He's really showing us why he's one of the best in the world with the Protoss pieces. And it does look like that 4th hatchery is going to be going down as well. So, interesting play by True. He is going to go ahead and get that Lurker Den up and running as well. I'm kind of surprised that we're not seeing a counterattack by True at this point. It felt like he could have started moving across the map and maybe dealt a little bit of some damage. Longer you give ShoWTimE, the harder it's going to be, though. I kind of feel, and it seems like ShoWTimE is dictating the pace of this game, at least at this point so far. That said, though, I mean, it does, you know, it's a tricky situation for True that he's in right now. Because he's got a lot of his units at home, and I think he's a little bit concerned to move out. Whereas now, as I said, ShoWTimE is really dictating the pace of this game. He's going to start moving across the map, and is really going to try to do what he can to possibly close out the game right here and right now. Psionic Storm is going to be finished up right now, and there is a lot of High Templar moving across the map, as well as Zealots, Archons, and an Immortal as well. This is going to be a very dangerous army when it moves in. If and when it looks like it's going to be around the 9-minute mark, possibly, that our Protoss player is going to go ahead and start seeing what kind of damage he can deal. Looks like he's going to actually back off at this point. Those Lurkers are starting to burrow. Got to be very, very careful. Do not want to lose this army for free. But we are going to see True. He's going to kind of, you know, keep ShoWTimE from, or hold him off from actually engaging at this point in the game. And as we approach that 9.5-minute mark, it definitely seems at this point that our Protoss player, even though he hasn't, you know, won the game, obviously, I do feel that he's in a pretty good position right now, at least at this point. And now we've got True starting to move in with Hydras and Lurkers, and I like this decision actually. I actually like the decision a lot to start trying to maybe move in and see what kind of damage he can deal to all these to a lot of these structures. And it looks like all of these Hydras are going to start moving, try to possibly move up on the ramp. Got to be very careful though. Beautiful Storm is already landing though. And these Lurkers are going to have free range at this point of a lot of these units. And it looks like True is going to go ahead and try to drop a lot of these units onto the, looks like the main base location. And here we go. It does look like our Protoss player is going to be in a good enough position to fend off the ramp push. But that said, looks like a lot of these units are going to start dropping into the main base location. Beautiful Storms right now are landing right on top of those Lurkers. But it does look like they are going to be in a decent position, at least at this point. And it looks like some of these units are going to start moving up onto the ramp. And now ShoWTimE is going to overwhelm his opponent. Beautiful play by ShoWTimE, really holding off this engagement, at least at this point. But those Lurkers are still doing a little bit of some damage. And now it looks like the main army of True is going to start moving in. So now True, I like the aggressive nature now that True has. He is going for some aggressive play, and there are a ton of red moving across the map right now. It looks like there is going to be an all-out assault by True onto the Protoss's neck of the woods. And here comes a lot of the Lurkers and those Hydras, and that looks like pretty much the only units essentially at this point. He's going to have to get a good position. Beautiful Mass Revelation is going to show where those Lurkers are, really where the army is as a whole. And it looks like ShoWTimE once again is trying to dictate the pace of this game. He's going to start to somewhat move in more and more. It looks like Zerglings are going to be starting to join the fight as well. Very interesting play. It does look like our Zerg player is going to go ahead and try to hit at 2 angles at once. And I like this decision a lot, actually. I really like the position right now True is in. He really needs to, I think he needs to try to execute this as quickly as possible. Simply because the longer that you wait, the easier it's going to be for ShoWTimE to hold off. And here comes True. Looks like he's going to go ahead and he's going to start moving onto the main base location. The rest of these units are going to start possibly moving up that ramp. It does look like that's going to be the case, but it does look like these Storms are going to be right on top of all of those Lurkers. Beautiful play. Some of the Lurkers do still survive at this point, and it looks like True is not actually hitting at 2 angles at once. Looks like he's only hitting at 1 angle right now, and I don't know if I like the decision now. It just seems like True should have been hitting it from 2 different angles at once, and just like that already, ShoWTimE is held off this push. Unbelievable. Beautiful play by ShoWTimE. Great defense. I think it was mis-executed, though, by True. And that's just so unfortunate, because now I'm concerned that he's not going to have a chance. He does look like he's going to try to get part of this army surrounded, though. Nice little play here by True. He is going to get the surround on some of these units. I just don't know, is it going to be enough, as a lot of these units are starting to push onward, trying to take out a lot of these Hydras. Got to be very careful. Beautiful Storms once again hitting a lot of those units, and the Hydras are going to start running home, but they are heavily damaged at this point. Wow. Beautiful play here so far by our Protoss player, showing us why he is one of the best in the world with the Protoss pieces. Looks like he's going to take out most of the rest of this army. And wow, beautiful play. And GG is called. And ShoWTimE takes game number 1 in this best of 5 series. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between True and ShoWTimE. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.